there's been plenty of moments that I fell in hard times. More often than not, getting faded was my lifeline. I realized that I've always struggled with change, but sometimes you gotta rearrange before you go insane. I've been doing my best to stay true to myself, put my next foot forward and smoking dope for my health. I never give up the music till I'm rolling in wealth. Some days I swear this basement's my own personal hell. Well, I love the sound of the city. Goddamn, I love the sound of the city. Yeah, yeah. I'm wide awake when you're with me. I feel better when you got my back. Yeah. Red eyes, I'm sky high. I think this might be the best night that I've ever had, that I've ever spent with you. I confess I'm obsessed with the sex. Heart palpitations every time that she texts. I admit that we ain't always been the best for each other, but what is love without the little test? Girl, you know you're my sneaky link. When I'm with you, my ego shrink. I'm just craving time for us alone. I think about you every time I'm home smoking dope. I love the sound of the city. Goddamn, I love the sound of the city. Yeah, yeah. I'm wide awake when you're with me. I feel better when you got my back. Yeah. Red eyes, I'm sky high. I think this might be the best night that I've ever had, that I've ever spent with you.
I've been drifting, I keep falling off the deep end. I've been slipping, losing grip of myself. I feel different, I keep falling off the world's edge. I'll never sleep no more, I'll never sleep no more. I've been drifting, I keep falling off the deep end. I've been slipping, losing grip of myself. I feel distant, I keep falling off the world's edge. I'll never sleep no more, I'll never sleep no more. Like a silver lining, I just wanna feel right again. I just really wanna feel how I felt back then, when it felt real, so real. Yeah. Wide awake at 5 a.m. I don't really wanna fight again. I just really wanna feel her skin on my skin, her breath on my neck. I've been drifting, I keep falling off the deep end. I've been slipping, losing grip of myself. I feel different, I keep falling off the world's edge. I'll never sleep no more, I'll never sleep no more. I've been drifting, I keep falling off the deep end. I've been slipping, losing grip of myself. I feel distant, I keep falling off the world's edge. I'll never sleep no more, I'll never sleep no more. I've been dealing with the pressure, all the pressure in my head every day. When I wake up feeling dead, I'll never say what I'm thinking in my head. I'm spending every day dwelling over my death, dealing with the pressure, all the pressure in my life, pure impression in my mind run down my spine. I don't always dare do what I know is right. There's some people in my life, we should probably sever ties, dealing with the pressure. I don't need a fucking lecture, I just need to try and hold my conjecture. Fuck your nice gesture, I know after everything I've been through, I'ma be a better man, no less. So for dealing with the pressure.
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. How's it going? How's it going? Real quick, Relax Nation, what is your Twitter username? And I'll look you up after this. And if you're blocked accidentally, I'll unblock you for sure. Let me move this screen up so I can. Daily stock RSI coming down, we dumping. I mean, I've been saying that we haven't even seen capitulation, and I'm gonna explain this chart that's up here in a moment. 4-hour head and shoulders with a target of 39K. I don't see the head and shoulders, but I do see the possibility of a double top. Should we sell the market now and buy back lower, or should we wait until we break 40,700? I mean, that's entirely up to you and your investment strategy. If you're a long-term investor, you can certainly buy now, but I have two accounts. I have a swing trade account and a long-term DCA. I have not invested in either one of them because I don't see a trading opportunity at the moment, other than the short that I placed on Saturday. ETH is looking sexy, but Bitcoin is a pile of crap. Just dump it already. Let's get it over with. And sorry, 1 second, guys. I've got to something really quick. Hold on 1 moment. Completely forgot. For those of you that don't know, every time you stream, you have to turn on monetization. Super annoying. Cool, we're good. All right, back to it. So, hi admin Bitget, what's your trader ID? There should be a link down below. I think it's in the chat right now. You can use the mobile or the PC link. I'd really appreciate it. I fully support Bitget. They have great security, great support team. For those of you who don't know, I switched off of Binance US because I got absolutely scam wicked on the 64 to 8K wick that happened over 15 seconds. So I've been looking for a new exchange, found a new exchange. Luckily, they wanted to partner with me, and haven't had any problems since. Very much enjoy them. Absolutely nailed it. What did I nail? Confused. If I close my long position here, I'm in profit. I mean, close your long position when you're comfortable closing it. I do not make trades for people. Sorry. Why is Luna pumping? Is it all because of alt season? We already had alt season. We are not going to get another alt season. Luna could be pumping because people are taking Bitcoin profits and putting them into Luna. There's also a ginormous double top on Luna. Just so you all know, there is a ginormous double top on Luna. I could totally see this just do this. I shared this with my trading class the other day. I mean, look how low volume is. I could very well see this dump extremely hard. Let's even look at the daily. Yeah, I mean, could we push up to 98, 99, 100 again? Sure. I think it's very possible that we see these levels here, possibly. With that said, this is a huge double top. I mean, just look at volume. Volume's going down. Price is going up. We're fulfilling the both tops. This is everything I'd want to see in a double top. If Luna gets to 100, I'm probably going to short. Probably. Let's even set an alert. We'll do 98 just so we can keep an eye on. So let's go back to the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin. This is my weekly chart. We've been talking about this for a little while now. For those of you that don't know what a death cross is, it's when your 20 goes under your 50, especially on the weekly. And just for keep's sake, I'm going to put the 200 on here. So the 200 has acted as a bear market bottom. So could the bear market bottom be 21,000? For sure. Definitely could. Could it be lower than that? Definitely could. But I want you guys to notice one thing. Every single time we have this death cross, which we have crossed here. I don't want anyone to think that we haven't crossed. You know, I know this was a fake out here. We have finally crossed here. That is a death cross. Every time we saw a weekly death cross, we tumbled 60+%. So before we get this narrative that alt season's here, that altcoins are going to do 100x's and 50x's and Bitcoin's going to go back to all-time highs, keep in mind there are higher time frames that have been very, very consistent cycle-wise. And this death cross is happening around the same time, a little bit earlier. This one was in July. This one was in August. And now this one is in March, May. So around, summer. Keep that in mind. Every single time we've seen a death cross, there has been a 63% drop. When should I open a short position? Again, I don't really make trades for people. You're more than welcome to join my trading class. I post trade setups, but I'll never tell you when to place a trade. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Keep it real, I rock. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Do you think alts will suffer in the next days? I think alts are going to continue putting in lower lows. Yes. Thoughts on Rune? I don't look at Rune. A lot of people say they made their money in leverage. I haven't learned the basics of trading for spot, and I've seen so many expectations meet. Where do I start learning about leverage? I wouldn't use leverage to trade. Leverage is there more so you lose more. Exchanges make more money when you use leverage. Whoever said that most people make their money with leverage, most people actually lose leverage. I believe it's like 80 to 90% of people that trade with leverage lose, and it's a quicker way to lose all of your money. I highly suggest not using leverage. Unless you're an experienced trader. What's up, Cheese, man? How's it going? What do you think about Bitcoin now? I need to buy a house next month, and I do not want to lose money. My purchase was $39K. I think Bitcoin's going to drop to $20K at some point. When will I start buying Bitcoin? That depends. Swing trade, I could buy next couple days. Dollar cost average, I'm waiting for sub 30,000. When we break 30K, we break this area, I will be dollar cost averaging, looking to expand my long-term account, and ultimately buy the dip to 20 or possibly lower. Knowing that we're in an economic recession, we could drop to 13, 10K. I mean, put it in perspective. What do I think about stocks short-term? I think they pumped on Friday. And it was exit liquidity because now we're red and we're going back down. We were very oversold, and look at this. Perfect retest of the 50 weekly moving average. I know this was a little bit disorganized. Let's start from the top now that we're on stocks. Okay, so Dow Jones. We have been tracking this. We have a breakdown of the 50, a retest of the 50, and now we're dropping. This is still a very bearish scenario. We talked about this last week, how this is very, very possible. Same with Bitcoin. When we lose the 50, we usually retest it over time. So breakdown, retest. That's totally normal in a downtrend. Just like in an uptrend, we would break, retest, and continue going higher. Let's even go further here at the S&P. S&P is actually slightly above its 50, although that is more bullish than the Dow. I still just don't think this is very strong. We also have a very clear head and shoulders here now forming bearish reversal pattern. So S&P probably going to be a more delayed reaction than the Dow and the NASDAQ, but still not extremely bullish. Still putting in lower lows, lower highs, still very bearish. NASDAQ got this death cross forming, not quite the retest of the 50 that we wanted, but a nice little bounce. I mean, we were very oversold. We needed a nice bounce. And again, I still think we're going a lot lower. I still think we have a long way to go. We just entered a recession. And just so you guys know, there isn't like a switch that turns on and says recession. You need to figure it out for yourself. And as soon as the news and everything starts putting on, headlines, recession, U.S. is in a recession, worst recession ever, it's already too late. We've most likely bottomed in the market. We're going to most likely start turning things around by that point. So when you start seeing recession in the headlines like consistently, it's time to start buying. What do I think about not Egris saying it's going to be alt season? How does that align with your 20K call? Nothing against Egris. I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with him. We're not bred from the same cloth. So, he can have his analysis and I can have mine, and that's totally cool. I don't think his analysis is idiotic because, he does post TA, he does give reasons. It's not like he's just going like this and saying, "Oh, bull market," like the moon clowns do. But in my opinion, we already had alt season. Why do we need to have another alt season? Two, we're entering, or, not even entering. We are in a recession. People are not investing money in altcoins. The reason why altcoins boom so much at the end of the bull market is because Bitcoin profits are taken and put into altcoins. Well, that already happened. There haven't been big profits to make, and we're not seeing new money come into this market. We're seeing money exit this market. That's why price is still dropping. Thoughts on the April short pump? Monthly returns for Bitcoin has always been green in April. I don't care about whether April's always been a green month or not. Is Rune making HNS pattern? I don't look at Rune. I can look at Rune towards the end of the stream, but normally I don't really look at anything but Bitcoin and Ethereum for the most part. There's just no point. Altcoins do whatever altcoins do, and to be honest, like unless we're in a bull market, I'm not really looking to invest in them. Michael Saylor's average buy at 31K. Do you think big players letting this price go down below 30K? I think Michael Saylor has proven to be a terrible investor. He invested at the top of the dot-com bubble. He got screwed. He's a meth addict and a cocaine addict. And honestly, I don't think one hedge fund is going to have any sort of impact on the price staying above or going below. We're in an economic recession. But anyways, let's keep going. Total charts. Total. So this is what your moon boyfriends got to brag about and show you guys. They're like, breakout, diagonal breakout. Now, although that's great, it's not really a breakout. We also have lower volume. We saw the lowest pump we've seen in 4 months last week. I mean, look at the total chart. This is the lowest volume we've had really since last year. So do you really believe this breakout? Also, we have horizontal resistance up here. We're at the 50 weekly moving average. It has not been broken yet. None of this is bullish yet. Diagonal lines are not as accurate as horizontal support and resistance. So I would not call that a breakout yet, not in the slightest. And just keep in mind that they're going to use this to tell you that this market's bullish and that we've broken a downtrend. We have not broken anything. We are still making lower highs. We are making higher lows, but still in this bear flag, still in a between support and resistance. Until we break this, what is this, about 2 trillion, 1.95 trillion, still very much in a downtrend. I mean, it's down, sideways, and down, just like in an uptrend. You go up, sideways, up, maybe down, a little bit of sideways, up, sideways, up. Like, it's not just going to be straight down. People are expecting this thing just to nuke. That's not what happens. It's not at all what happens. Going sideways is perfectly healthy in a downtrend, just like it is in an uptrend. You reset your overbought or oversold indicators, and you continue the trend. Current Bitcoin daily chart looks exactly like the Amazon chart from the 2000s, where there were 3 tops and then the final crash. The Amazon chart from the 2000s, I see it all the time because Crypto Savvy always posts it. It only had 2 tops. All right, total two again, same thing. I don't consider this a breakout at all, not in the slightest. Again, the moon people are going to tell you that this is a breakout. It's not. Again, with the lowest volume on altcoins since, well, in a year. And no, I do not consider this a breakout. Until we break this horizontal line, this is just noise. It's just down and sideways. Total 3, we kind of covered total 1 and total 2 already. I'm going to remove these. These were from last stream. Again, looming death cross. Not really, I wouldn't consider this a breakout in the slightest. Again, we're still trading between horizontal support and resistance. And ultimately, nothing has really changed. We're still just between 46 and, 38K. Until we break either up or down, sentiment hasn't changed. And even so, I think if we break 46K, it'll be for 5 minutes because the 50 weekly moving average is sitting right at 46K. Bitcoin. Here's my Bitcoin chart. First thing I want you guys to notice, death cross. We talked about this earlier in the stream. If you're here a little later, I'll just pull this up one more time. Every time we saw a death cross, we had a 63% drop. Here we have the death cross again. I have 17 to 20K as it is 63% from the actual cross. The 200 weekly moving average has been the bear market bottom, so we could definitely bottom at 20K, 21, 22K. I will begin DCAing below 30K. Yeah. But back to this guy here. Again, some of the lowest volume pumps we've ever seen on Coinbase and Binance. I don't consider this a breakout at all, not in the slightest. Again, just trading between that horizontal support and resistance. And then just as a final note here, just know that it is perfectly normal to go down, go sideways, and go down again. Here, there were bullish implications that I'll show you on the daily. Here, I don't see any. Not at all. So daily. Real quick, I'm going to show you guys the difference between May and July through compared to now. So in May to July, we had a huge crash, huge 60% crash, very, very quick. And then we saw kind of this sideways and down movement. So sideways and down accompanied by volume going down. That is bullish price action. Next thing we have is this inverted MACD. MACD is not following the price movement. Again, a negative correlation. That is bullish divergence. And then here at the bottom, we have bullish divergences in RSI as well as a double bottom. 4 bullish signs, and every time I trade, I look for these 4 things to make a trade. If these 4 things are happening or seeming to happen, especially with the bullish price action, I make trades. And this is why I was bullish in this area. There is a tweet. You can scroll all the way back through my tweets where I can just send it to you if you'd like, where I was saying that this was very bullish. We had bullish price action, bullish MACD, bullish RSI, bullish divergences everywhere. And we held the 50 moving average down here. So lots of bullish implication. And that's why a lot of people, a lot of smart traders were buying in this area. Now, fast forward to this. What is this? So we have a steadier drop over a 4-month time period. On every single drop, we have volume going down, or volume going up is price going down, very bearish price action. On this rise up, we have volume going down, price going up, very bearish again. Again, on this drop, volume raising, price dropping, very bearish. Every single pump we have in here, and I want you guys to notice this. I'm going to zoom in. Every single pump we have. Every single pump we have is bearish. Every single one. Could this change? Sure. Could definitely change. But I want you guys to notice something. There's this pump. Or sorry, this pump, this pump, this pump, and this pump. Every single one has volume going down. Every single one. Look at this. And then here. This one looked good at first, but it never proved. Even so, it's still pretty low volume relative to what happened in the past. So every single time we pump here, every single one of these, and this is a news-based pump. Every single one of these, volume going down, price going up, and look what happens. Right when we hit major resistance, we dump. Could this, continue and maybe hit this area? Sure. But if our volume keeps going down as we do that, this is going to be a thick rejection, and we are certainly going down even further. Dude, if you spam waves in my chat one more time, I'm gonna ban you. I'm not doing that. You big yeah, it's a Rottweiler. I don't know if you can you even see him? Yeah, he's a Rottweiler. He's a big goofball. When do you think we'll see a bear market bottom? Probably in the next 6 to 9 months, maybe a year. It all just depends. I mean, we could see the bottom much lower than 20K if recession gets worse. They're not making it any better, so I'm anticipating it to get worse. But again, guys, your moon boy friends, my moon boy friends, they said this was very bullish, and I had said multiple times, there is no momentum. This is the lowest volume pump. we've seen in quite a long time. MACD is now starting to weaken. There are no divergences in MACD and RSI. The MACD and RSI are literally following this. It's positive correlation, and that's why I'm considering this sideways movement to be consolidation for a move to the downside. We saw it in 2018. Just to let you guys know what 2018 looked like. 2018. Look at RSI. Look at MACD moving in correlation with price before capitulation. Now I know this range was this big range, long time, much larger price fluctuations, but we're essentially seeing the same thing. And you know, it's funny. Your Moonboy friends said this was a breakout, just like they're saying a lot of these other like diagonal line breaks or breakouts. These are not breakouts, not with this low volume, not with that low volume. You need more volume to consider it a break. Breakouts with low volume are often fake outs, and they don't last very long. I analyzed DXY, sure. So DXY, sorry, and I forgot to do this earlier. DXY, we've been tracking this for a while. We have a very clear double bottom here with an uptrend, and we're still maintaining it. We had a huge pump last week, or actually last 4 weeks, huge pumps. So it would be normal, you know, if this does something like that. Perfectly normal, still in an uptrend, still fundamentally and technically bullish. So for those of you that have been paying attention to the DXY, especially on my stream for the last while, this is very, very bullish. Very, very bullish. If we break this 100 mark, your altcoins, your Bitcoin, your stocks are going to get absolutely slammed. If war dissipates quickly, do you see the potential for global markets and or crypto could respond positively? Obviously, no. I don't think war is really affecting the U.S. stock market and crypto that much. You know, the Democrats are, and granted, guys, I don't really talk about politics. I really don't care for politics at all. But Democrats hold office. Joe Biden's president. He's a Democrat. They're blaming everything on Russia, and it's not Russia's fault. We buy 10% of our oil from Russia. The other 90% either comes from other countries or is taken from our own reserves. So, you know, these rising gas prices, these rising costs of goods, these have been happening without war. These have been happening for a while. And now that there's a scapegoat, now that we can point the finger and say, oh, it's because we're at war with Russia. Guys, the United States is not at war with Russia. We barely do any business with the Ukraine and Russia in general. Most of our business with China, and yes, we're putting sanctions on China and they're putting them on us, but we've had rising cost of goods. I mean, without the war, we still had a 20% rise in cost of goods this year. So for people to say and blame the Russian-Ukrainian war on all of the economic problems we have right now are, you know, you're not using your head, because the Russia-Ukrainian thing, that's just a scapegoat. Just a scapegoat. That's why our news is blowing it out of proportion. Because of the bearish Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is definitely not bearish. I don't know where you're getting that. Bitcoin dominance is very, very bullish. On the daily, we have a double bottom. And we have our weekly support or resistance line just being retested. This is perfectly normal in an uptrend. You break resistance, retest it, and bounce and continue going higher. We're still in an uptrend. We're still making higher lows, higher highs. Honestly, I don't know where this assumption that there's bearishness on Bitcoin dominance. Also, we're in a giant descending wedge. So once we break this wedge, man, your altcoins are going to get absolutely murdered. Do I also scalp or only swing trade? I really only swing trade. There really hasn't been a swing trade, so I've been trying to scalp the daily levels on Bitcoin. I can go into that a little bit further in detail, but yeah, we haven't seen a swing trade in the last like 3 months, fortunately. Because I would like to make money. I'm sick and tired of sitting here with money that's not doing me any good, other than just sitting there. My socialist country is blaming our inflation on Russia, but we had high inflation for you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, all of these countries are now blaming Russia and this and that. And what Russia's doing is wrong. Don't get me wrong here. Like, we shouldn't be fighting a war. Like no one should be. No one. We shouldn't be doing this. We should have evolved by now. War shouldn't be a thing. But everyone is now putting all of the problems that have been rising for like the last 10 years on Russia. Like, guys, inflation doesn't just go up to all-time highs over a month of Russia being at war with Ukraine. This has been building for quite some time. It's unreal. It really is. But real quick with Bitcoin, what do I think is going to happen? Let's look at the 4-hour here real quick before discussion. 4-hour. The reason why I don't think we're going to dump yet is because we don't have any divergences here or here. So what I think will happen is we'll see a rise, and everyone will get bullish again. Moon boys, moon clowns, moon cucks, whatever you want to call them, are going to get extremely bullish. We're going to reject. Volume's going to go even lower, and we are going to reject, make that double top. Where would you look to entry or an entry point? Well, this one time, I'm going to share this with you guys. I really only share this with my trading class. But if you're interested in learning and getting calls like this, you can certainly sign up on Patreon. But I'll share this with all of you here because happy Monday. It's a sunny day. Where would you look to enter? Anywhere between 42.2 and 42.6. Potential double top. Again, where would your second entry be? Anything below 40,800 right here. Where would you look to take profits? Possibly here. Just depends on volume. If not, I mean, we could very well just drop out of the symmetrical bear flag from there. So if I'm going to be honest, be on the lookout for this double top. I think it's very, very possible. And again, what you'll see here is RSI will come back up, make that divergence, make that double top. MACD will do the same. It'll make divergence like this between that point. But you'd want to see very low volume. So volume that's kind of in that range. It's under all of these candles here. If that's the case, dude, short the hell. That is a double top all day. All day. Ding and drawing. All right, back to the daily. Why do I think that double top's going to play out? Again, you'd even have a double top on the daily. And again, we have volume going down, price going up here. MACD is already starting to weaken. Our RSI still has not broken out yet. So ultimately, it would make perfect sense. We would get to hit that top point of RSI again and then just drop out of the flag. It makes sense to me. You'd trap more longs up here. There'd be more liquidity to grab. A lot of these late shorts would get absolutely screwed because they saw a dump yesterday. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. The 4-hour, that's not enough volume to dump this market. So I very much expect this scenario to happen. Do I stake my money or just hold it? I'm going to stake Crow with Crypto.com. When Crow, I have it saved. When Crow hits, so my plan to DCA, when Crow hits 26 cents here, so when it drops like another 50%, about another 40 to 50%, I'm going to begin staking Crow. And so what Crypto.com does is if you can put like $40,000 in, you'll get a 14% interest rate if you stake $4,000 worth of Crow. So I'm going to stake the 4,000 Crow, have 40,000 in Crypto.com. That way, that 14% interest rate, let's say Crow goes to zero, never exists again, blah, 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 blah. That way, that 14% I earned that year while it's staked and I can't touch it, it's made back. So I have zero risk on that investment. Which, big brain. Take the investments that have zero risk. Can I please say if the NASDAQ and Bitcoin are correlated? To some degree, but not completely. Pro earnings went down. Oh, did they? 14% on the first 30K. That's fine. Yo, Muhammad, dude, you're getting banned. Jeez. Ice him. Ice him. Dude, this guy, man. Really gonna do it. Really doing it. Seriously. I'm not going to talk about ape, and for some reason my moderator controls are frozen, so you're getting lucky. God, this. There's always somebody. It's always some weird person. They're probably you know. There we go. Let this use. Have fun. Bye. Bye. Everyone say bye to Muhammad. Bye. Bye, Muhammad. Goodbye. Like, so annoying, dude. Ape is going to zero. Like, for real. Where do I see Bitcoin 5 years from now? Well over 100K. Well over. Probably like 200 to 300 easily. Yeah, people like get this misconception that I'm like a perma bear and I think Bitcoin's going to go to zero. Like, no, absolutely not. I wouldn't be wasting my time in this market if I thought Bitcoin wasn't going to break all-time highs again. I mean, it's still like, oh, is it? We'll update its interest. I mean, still, even if it's over 10%, that's still pretty good, Sam. Still pretty good. What is your view on 1 billion Bitcoin bond by El Salvador? I think El Salvador is in the shitter with its Bitcoin investment, and it's going to continue. Not gonna lie. So, real quick, Ethereum. Sorry to interrupt everybody. So Ethereum posted this on Twitter, and to be honest with you guys, since they meaning the Moon Boys, the Moon Clowns, the cucks, the people we don't like, they're calling alt season. There is literally a 4-hour double top on Ethereum, lower volume, divergence. I mean, come on, man. Every time these people get bullish, just sell. As soon as they get bullish, just sell. Every time. The daily, I mean, look at the daily. Extremely low volume. Yes, was volume stair-stepping? Yeah, I did like that, and I was paying attention to Ethereum for a little while. But ultimately, volume is extremely low. We're not seeing, like, relative to, if we had a volume candle like this, breaking out of here, I would say that that's pretty bullish. But relative to the volume we've seen in this range, we're probably just ranging. And honestly, diagonal lines are not as consistent, so I would argue that this is possibly the diagonal line. Very, very possible. So have we had that breakout yet? No, I don't think we've had a breakout. We haven't even made a higher high yet. So no, I think I think we're just gonna continue seeing lower prices. 100%. El Salvador only invested about 2% of their total funds in Bitcoin, so no big deal. But they could have taken those 2% and built a better economy. So they're going to take that 2% and turn it into 1% because Bitcoin, they're down like 40% on their Bitcoin investment. I really don't short alts. I'm only really looking to short Bitcoin at the. Like I said, I gave you guys my trade setup. You're lucky. Usually charge people for that one. Usually. Let's look at a 1 hour. What's happening? Ooh, maybe we don't get that bounce that I want. So 1 hour, just real quick, just really quick. We have a nice breakdown. It's probably like, I don't know. Diagonal lines are diagonal lines, but we have a breakdown, retest, kind of going sideways. Could we just do that? Absolutely. I don't think that's out of the cards. So if you're in a short in this area, I would definitely hold it, but I wouldn't put it past it to maybe go up one more time and then do this. Ultimately making that double top, like I said, on the 4 hour, giving us a nice short entry point. If Bitcoin breaks 100K in 3 to 5 years, they'll be fine. I mean, yeah, but if So let's do some simple math. If Bitcoin goes to 100K in 5 years from now, you get to make a 2.5x, which is great. 2.5x is good over 5 years. Or if I dollar cost average after capitulation, we get all the way down to 20K. And let's say my average is 25,000. I make a 4x, and I almost double my money. So you can certainly invest now. You can certainly do that. It's never not a good time to dollar cost average in any asset as long as it has a foreseeable future of making all-time highs. I would recommend not doing many altcoins because a lot of altcoins never break their all-time highs ever again. But with that said, I mean, if you want to be the lazy way, you don't want to look at a chart, you don't really care, then start doing it now. There's no shame in that. But if you're a smart investor and you want to make double your money and put in that work and everything, I mean, learn some TA. I mean, I just showed you guys the easiest way to tell when the market, like, here you go. I'll put it up here again. I showed this at the beginning of the stream. Every time we have a weekly death cross, we see a 63% drop. Our bear market bottom being the 200 weekly moving average. So, what do you guys notice here and here? I mean, we went sideways the whole time and then dumped. Probably going to go sideways and then dump. Very, very, very possible. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, Marcin. Anytime that people are overly bullish, I start looking at the chart and look for bearish indications. Anytime they're overly bearish, I start looking for bullish implications. I need Bitcoin to pump so I can re-enter my closed short. Damn. Me too, man. Me too. I literally was $30 off the top the other night. That felt so good. Unfortunately, I sold it a little early. I had a bunch of stuff to do over the weekend, and personally, I was up like 3%, which it's not a lot, but a couple $1,000. But I was like, just take profits and go get yammed. Do I hold Bitcoin on a cold wallet as a hedge, or are you only just trading? I dollar cost average when the market is bearish and bottoming, and then I sell it, or I try to sell it near the bull market top. I don't hold Bitcoin all the time. That's really not smart to do that. It was Peter Brandt made a really good point. From bottom to top, every single bull market cycle, there's like a 90% correction. 88, 84, so far 53. So, if you want to hold through an 80% correction, be my guest, but I don't want to see 80% of my money disappear. Frankly honest with you. Some alts that went down forever had bullish reversal patterns and pumped, like JSMY and SLP. I've never heard of those. Probably just like exit liquidity. 200 weekly bottom is only 35% down from the 50 weekly now. Yeah, but if we drop 35% from now, so if we go to 100K tomorrow, you're looking at a 2.5x. If we drop, no, it's more than that, 50%. We drop 50%, you're looking at a 5x. So do you want the 5x or do you want the 2.5? The choice is yours. Dude, Mohammed, get out of here. I'm not telling you about Ape, dude. These altcoins are used as exit liquidity. If you spam it, you know what? Nah, you're gone. I'm just kidding. I'm tired of the spam. Like, so tired of it, dude. Get out. Get him out of here. Get him out. I had an alarm to short ETH at 29.85, but ignored it because it was with a girlfriend. Dude, so did I. But I was going to the gym. I was literally on my way to the gym, and I just totally botched it. Unfortunate. Totally unfortunate. So sad. I really wish I wouldn't have messed that up because wow, we could have had some nice gains from guy, man. One in timeout for another 300 seconds. Enough of that. Enough of that. Get that moon clown out. I mean, which one? If Bitcoin goes down further, I'll be so mad at myself for closing that juicy short listening to Moon Boy Hope. I mean, like I said, I think we could bounce to 42 again. Love the channel, brother from Texas. Oh, my brother from Texas. Unfortunately, I was born in like northern Kentucky, so I don't know if that. I don't really consider that the South. More of like a river person from the backwoods. But lived in South Carolina and Florida for half my life. So my southern brother. I'm like your southern stepbrother. Hope you're having a good day, man. Can you explain the plus ADP indicator you have? It's just RSI. It's just fancy pants RSI. That's all it is. Here, I'll give you an opinion on ape. Yeah, just ape into a short, bro. Nah, I think it's too late for that. Yeah, if you wouldn't have spammed my chat, I probably wouldn't have timed you out for 300 seconds, and I probably would have answered your question. Like, don't come in here spamming all your crap. Like, I'm here to help you. I will help you. Or, you know, if you really want to get my attention, you can super chat it, and I'll most likely answer. You know, I definitely will answer it at that point. You can super chat it. But, you know, you had your options, and now you're just getting chat banned. So, you know, if you want to come in here and do that, that's cool. But, you know, we're not going to tolerate that here. Not going to tolerate the spam. We're adults. We're going to act like adults, and we're going to be adults. Because this is serious. It's about money. It's just so funny to me. Like, I was, you know, you guys know I have a Discord, and we're at like 4,000 members now. And when I first made Discord, you know, we were between like 100 and 500, and everyone was kind of on the same page. And now, you know, we have mix of opinions, which is really good. You know, the larger your community grows, the more diverse it gets. But something I've noticed, every time we have a slight pump, you know, a small little bounce, it's like these bulls, they crawl out from the depths of hell from their tar pits, and they're like, oh, bullish. And it's like, no, just because we had a couple green days with low volume, rather. Like some of the lowest volume we've ever seen on a pump, on a weekly pump. You know, go back to your tar pits. Because none of this is bullish. None of it. Like, there's nothing on the daily that screams bullish to me at all. And, you know, go back to your tar pits. I bought 4,000 of Crow at 0.46 because I got FOMO last month. I was waiting for 0.32 to buy, but now you are saying the bottom is 0.26. Honestly, I have no idea where the bottom is. I'm just going to buy it when it drops another 50%. Because at that point, and I know this from prior bear markets, usually we drop about 90%. So, you know, if honestly, I could see this dropping even more. But if I can stake at 0.25 and it goes up to $1 or so, or even further, I'm happy with that. Plus, crypto.com is everywhere, and it will explode at some point. So bulls are saying that supply on exchanges is low, interest is the same, we'll get supply shock and go up in price. You know what they said that too? When they said that? And here, I'm going to circle the 2 times on the chart of when the last time they said that. You see that? So in April of 2021, we had moon clowns. We had euphoric people. I would say they weren't clowns yet. They were euphoric people. And they said, supply on exchanges is dwindling. Everyone's buying. Everyone's doing this. Everyone's doing that. Yada, yada, yada. Blah, 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 blah. And we dropped 60%. And you know what's funny? On TradingView, I was actually saying we are topped out. There is no way we're going to push any higher with this volume. We also went sideways. We made a head and shoulders pattern, distribution pattern. Everyone blamed Elon Musk. Guys, the answer was right here the whole time. There was a head and shoulders pattern. If you didn't sell on that right shoulder, you know, that's do your own research. Like, it was right there the whole time. The second time, bulls. Supply shock. Everyone's buying. Hedge funds are buying. We're going to break 100K. Euphoria. You guys are idiots. Bears are wrecked. 69,000. How far did we drop after that? 50% to 33. 53% actually. So, now that we're hearing this again, supply is dwindling, supply this, one Bitcoin wallets 1 to 10, or Bitcoin wallets full of 1 to 10 Bitcoin are growing every day. You know what that is? That's whales selling their Bitcoins to retail. Every time we pump, every time these things happen, every single time, whales are selling. Even this pump, one of the most distributed pumps of all time was this pump. All these little dead cat bounces, all of them, whales are selling into, retail is buying. That's why the wallets with 1 to 10 Bitcoin are going up. You know what they don't show you? Where they bought. How underwater are they? Are they profitable or not? The dates and times of when these wallets were opened. This is all information, and this is why I don't like on-chain data. It's totally manipulated. Like, they don't tell you anything other than that this is growing. Like, yeah, but we're seeing whale wallets decrease by tenfold. Whales are selling. Whales are not accumulating. Whales are selling. Every single pump, whales sell. Every single one. My boy Inspo Crypto, follow him on Twitter. Every single time we pump, or actually every single day he posts like data, like inflows, outflows, what's selling, stable coins, everything. Mostly for Bitcoin and Ethereum. But he posts the data. It's right there. He's an honest guy. Like, he's not, drawing a bunch of bullshit and making it look good. Like, he's giving you facts. If it's bullish, he'll tell you it's bullish. And guys, like, every single time, these little pumps are derivative pumps. Usually right at the top, these big wicks, that is retail entering with high leverage and then getting liquidated immediately. If you didn't know that. What is the Ethereum low range to buy back? Between $500 and $1,200. I have no idea what the range low will be, but between $500 and $1,200. Do we expect Luna to drop 90%? Absolutely. Absolutely. Inspo blocked you. Well, he probably blocked you for a good reason. I mean, all these people that are trying to be honest with you, if you're going to troll them, if you're going to troll me, if you're going to come into my live stream, if you're going to tweet at me a bunch of bullshit, I'm just going to block you. Because I'm trying to give you honesty. I'm not a permabear. I don't want to see people lose. I want to see you win. And I'm trying to get you not to buy the tops. And I'm trying not to, use my emotions to trade. And have I lost trades in here? Yeah. But have I made a lot of money in here shorting all of these fake pumps? Yes. Did I short almost the top here at 42,370? Yeah. I did that. I posted it. I've been talking about it the whole time. Have I taken profit on it? Yes. Am I looking to re-enter around that range? Yes. Want to bet Bitcoin to 100K tomorrow? It's like, what are you gonna do? Send me a coupon? What's up, Powell? How's it going? Just a wick? Maybe. That'd be crazy. That'd be a little absurd, if I'm gonna be honest. But give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta let my dog out. All right. My apologies. All right. Let's go over some altcoins. What do you guys want? What do you want to see? I'll do a couple, and then I'm going to wrap up the stream for the day. Appreciate everyone coming out and watching. It's nice to know that we can still pull 100 viewers, even though that crypto viewership on YouTube is down about 40%. Real quick, I'm still keeping my trading classes open, making new lectures every day until April or May timeframe. I'm debating leaving that program open so people can watch the prior videos. You know, if you finish it in a month and you just want to be in the trading class for a month, you can, but just know that 2 videos are made each week. There's also a private chat with me. We talk about portfolio analysis and trade setups as well. So if you're interested in that, see Discord. Again, sorry, my nose was itchy. And then again, if you guys are looking for a new and better exchange, I recommend Bitget. I partnered with them. I've been using them for 2 months. My partnership link, I believe, is in the details below and in the stream chat. I would never shill anything on you guys that I didn't believe in. They've the highest rated security in the United States, registered in the United States. And I would recommend, if you're a U.S. Trader, that you use a U.S. verified exchange. That way, if this exchange does something scummy, you can sue them and you have the SEC on your side. Although, you know, the SEC does a lot of questionable things sometimes, at least you have them on your side there. So, you know, if you're looking for a new exchange, check them out. I highly recommend them. Haven't had any problems with them. I did not like Binance US, and that's why I switched. I never believe in this until the teams... What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, Luna will probably drop about 90%. Sorry. Who let the dogs out? I let the dogs out, baby. Why are people bullish on AVAX? Because they can't see the double top on it. I do FTM and ADA. I'll do ADA real quick. FTM and ADA are pretty much the same chart. For those of you that don't know, this is my ADA analysis. We have lost support. We will most likely retest as new resistance and then head down to the 0.4 area, if not going even lower. So ultimately, ADA not looking bullish at all, not even in the slightest, not even looking remotely like it's in an accumulation zone. I'd be very careful if you're longing this coin. ADA looks bullish. I don't know about that. I heard Luna is a Ponzi, probably. VChain, please. Wonderful fundamentals, likely breaking all-time high in the future, but seems shit in the short term. Yeah, I'll see VET just because I like to trade it. So VET, same kind of thing here. I don't have macro support and resistances, but we can certainly draw. So macro-wise, it looks like we've lost support here. Our next one being here. So we're kind of between 2 macro support and resistances for the most part. I don't really see this. I mean, we could retest 0.06 and then just come back down. That's probably the most likely scenario. But if Bitcoin just plummets, I mean, you're just looking at testing 0.02. So your 0.03 call is actually pretty much on par, and I believe that would be... You're looking at a 92% correction, which follows the prior bear market correction. So, I mean, I would look to accumulate in the 0.03 area for sure, if you're into it. Oh, hey, London. So, yeah, they have spot trading and leverage trading. I mean, you can use the leverage trading, just do 1x instead of multiple x's. It's going to be a fruit and veggies party for holders and moon boys. I don't know. Oh, now I get it. Now I get it. Okay. That was a good one. That was a good one. Can I do rune? Yeah, I can do rune. The indicator is called plus ADP. Yeah, it's just RSI. It's not anything fancy. I mean, it's just fancy RSI. That's all it is. So you want rune? A man has waited patiently for Rune this entire time. Rune. Okay. Rune weekly. Very possible that this is a double bottom. Very, very possible. The next breakout point would be here. There's probably some resistance right about here-ish. So could this continue? I mean, I really like this volume. Rune looks decent, you know, nice little double bottom. If we break this area, really, really solid. This kind of looks like Link. Back in like 2019 to 2020, for those of you that know what Link is or traded Link, this kind of looks like Link. Pull up the Link chart, and you kind of got to go back, you know. But this looks like Link. Now, granted, this was the COVID crash, so be prepared for a scenario like this, but Rune looks similar to Link. Very, very similar to Link. Believe it or not, I told some of my friends to buy Link at $1.80, and they didn't. So, Link and Rune. Link's 2020 looks similar to Rune now, so it could play out for sure, just to showcase it again. Looks very, very similar. Could this, maybe not make that double bottom and just nuke? Very well a possibility. We know diagonal lines are not nearly as accurate, so could this just do maybe this? Sure can. But I do like this price action. It's not bad. And I like the MACD as well. But again, I'm more focused on Bitcoin at the moment. Really looking at. I'd love to see Harmony. All right, I'll do one, and then probably gonna call it there. One looks like shit. Not gonna lie. This is a double top. Ultimately, breakdown. We might retest this area at 0.18, but I could see us going back down to 0.04. Man, that'd be a huge head and shoulders. Wow. I doubt that'll happen, though. But yeah, I mean, it's looking like you got a double top here. I actually called out this double top a while ago. But double top, breakdown, maybe retest, and then continue down lower. Your retest would be right about here. Anywhere in that area is your retest. Ultimately, not seeing a lot of bullishness here. Not really at all. Oh my god, gas is $9 in California? Why do people live there? Like, how does anyone afford to live there? Like, unless you're making millions of dollars, what's the point? Like, what's the point? Like, isn't your homeless population, like, out of this world? Jesus. All right, guys. I've gone over pretty much everything I wanted to go over. Went over some altcoins for you guys. If you'd like me to go over some altcoins on Wednesday, I'll certainly do so. With all that said, I've talked about the trading classes, talked about Bitget. Really appreciate all of the support I've received over the last couple months, couple weeks, couple days. If you guys want more information, join Discord. It's free. Use the crypto chat, not the general chat, please. And, if you have any questions for me after the stream, feel free to ping me or ping one of the trading mentors. There's also an Ask a Question box in Discord, and we'll certainly answer your question. With all that said, guys, please do not listen to these moon clowns. Even if we do go back up to 46, use your indicators, not emotions. Please use what's on the chart. Use what you know, and, don't follow the shit narrative. With all that said, guys, remember, be patient, use risk management, and good luck trading.